Hey guys, it's Editing Misty here. So towards the end of this video, I get a little cursy. So you may want to put some headphones on or watch when you're by yourself. Let's just say I got a little irritated about a comment or comments that I continue to get, and I had a TED Talk. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, earphones. Okay, bye. Good morning, friends. It is 7:30 on, I said January 22nd in my way in today. It is January 30th. It's, wow, I can't believe we only have this today and tomorrow, and then we're in February. This year has gone by so fast already. So today's video is my after the fast. It's the first refeeding day. And I mentioned in yesterday's video that my plan for this weekend was to do bone broth today, bone broth in the morning, and then an egg if I'm hungry. And that's still the plan. The other part of the plan is I'm not going to have bone broth until I feel physically hungry. So if I don't feel physically hungry today, then I won't have bone broth today. And we'll just keep an eye out on the blood sugars. My blood sugar this morning was 167. I think that's the lowest it's been in the morning during this fast. I could be wrong. And my ketones were 4.6. And the blood sugar on the meter and the blood sugar on the CGM were basically even. And that's the first time that's happened. So that makes me feel better about the blood sugar. So yeah, bone broth, maybe bone broth with a little bit of butter. I'm, like when I woke up this morning, because I've been up for about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, I was like, okay, what can I eat? Or, like, I almost felt myself wanting to drift back into eating for eating's sake, or like mindless eating, and that's definitely not what I want to do after this fast. I really want to make sure that I'm going forward, that I'm not eating just to eat and just because I have it. I gotta really hone in on intuitive eating today and tomorrow, and just not eat if I'm not hungry. So these may be the most boring videos on the planet, but we'll see what happens. And if I don't have bone broth today, like if I don't feel hungry today, then I'll have bone broth tomorrow. And if I don't feel hungry tomorrow, like I'm gonna keep going, not calling it fasting, and just waiting until I feel physical hunger to eat. Like I mentioned, I am fat adapted, so I won't be hungry nearly as often. And yeah, so we'll see when I start to feel physical hunger. I will most definitely check in with you guys when that happens and show you what I'm doing. I have some Kettle and Fire bone broth, and then I have some Kitchen Basics bone broth, which is pretty clean too and way less expensive than Kettle and Fire. But anyway, yeah. Hi, good morning. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, let's get this day started. You're not learning my weight. I'm not telling you until my wrap-up video. I'm going to film that tomorrow, so you'll just have to wait and see. Because I'm sneaky like that. Apparently I have energy. Who knew? As far as my sleeping patterns, I didn't mention this. The last few days, I seem to have a burst of energy because I've been going to sleep at like midnight, 12:30. Yesterday I woke up at 5. Today I woke up at like 6:30. I waited to get out of the bed. But I feel like I have a ton of energy. Now, if I only had the arm strength to go with it, I could conquer the world. That's not the case. As I mentioned, today is going to be a big day of cooking. You can see it's really cloudy. It's raining. We're supposed to get rain for the next few hours, so hopefully it clears up this afternoon. And I can grill. It's going to be really hard to make sure I'm not taste testing all of Rob's food today because all of it's going to be carby. I think everything but the Italian wedding soup is going to have potatoes in it, and the Italian wedding soup will have I probably won't put pasta in it now that I'm thinking. We'll probably have to put pasta in when we reheat it. Okay, you guys don't need to know that. That's just musing for me. I am very, 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 very thirsty today. Like, today is the thirstiest I've woken up. Like, the thirstiest I don't know. Anyway, like, I have very dry mouth. My lips were really parched and dry. My tongue feels heavy and like it, not heavy, but like, you know how when you're really thirsty, your mouth sticks together? I've been drinking whatever I had left in my water, so I'm not sure what that's about. So I'm on a pill for overactive bladder. In the past week, it's been overactive again. I go see him on the 10th or the 9th. I honestly don't remember. So I don't know if it's because of keto or like this fast, or I don't know if it's because of the medication. So I guess we'll find out. But anyway, bye. Hey guys, it's about 1:45 in the afternoon and I'm finally going to break my fast. I was waiting until I was really hungry, but unfortunately Rob went to Whataburger and they lied and said that he had an unsweetened tea when it was sweetened. And I took a big chug of it, and so now it's made me a little hungry. I haven't had like sweetened tea in like 10 years. Sugar tastes weird. Anyway, so I'm doing the Kettle on Fire chicken bone broth. And then Rob found a new flavor for me of LaCroix, and it's key lime. If it's anywhere near as good as the limoncello, I'm gonna be in good business. So this is what I'm using to break my fast. And yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you if I have anything else today. Hey guys, it's about 3:45 and I've been making a card. Here's this 90. Whoop, that's all you get to see. So this was one of those small cartons of bone broth, and you can see I drank about, I don't know, a little over half of it. And then I was like still drinking, and I'm like, why am I still drinking? I feel full. So I stopped that and I still feel full. So that might be all I do today. I've been so thirsty today. Like, I am so thirsty. I'm like dry mouth. I don't know what's going on. But anywho, so now it's time to go cook. So ribs, chicken, steak, mashed potatoes, green beans. Nothing that I can eat. Well, I can eat the green beans, but that's about it. So, all right. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey friends, it is like 11, I think. So I'm gonna recap the day for those of you who may be new. I know a bunch of new people were commenting on my end of the fast video. So I don't know if they're new or what, but welcome if you're new. Hello. Okay, so sorry, you're gonna hear the wind. It was like in the 60s today. It might even got up to 70. I don't remember. But I told Rob, I was like, why don't we open all the windows? Because it's beautiful. It's going to be colder again tomorrow. I'll be back in the 50s, so he'll have to shut them. So you may hear the wind or see the curtains blowing. Okay, so when I started out the day, my blood sugar was in the 160s, and I got up to 227. So I had the bone broth, like I think I told you guys, I had the bone broth and I had like, I don't know, 3/4 of a cup. I don't like Kettle on Fire bone broth. I don't care for it. I don't like the flavor of it. I don't feel like they put enough salt in it. It's not my favorite. I do have some kitchen basics, but I think I'm going to try to eat food tomorrow. And hear me out. So I don't know if you guys saw my post on Instagram. So Rob went grocery shopping today, and it was a huge trip because like I told you guys, he's literally bought salad, muffins, and fruit. And sometimes pasta sauce and snacks. That's all 5 things that he's bought because I filled the freezer with enough food for him to eat on. And so this one, he had to go to Target, he had to go to Walmart and Aldi and CVS. So it was a pretty big shopping trip. So he's at CVS, and our CVS is right by Whataburger. And he's like, I'm gonna get Whataburger. I was like, oh, will you get me a large unsweet tea? Because I've been wanting tea, but I hate asking him to have to brew it because it really is a pain in the butt. Because we put it into, actually it's not a pain in the butt. He just had other things to do and I didn't want to bother him with it. So he brings it home and I put my straw in and I take a huge gulp and it was sweetened. And oh my God, I lost my mind. Okay, I didn't lose my mind, but I was so devastated. I was so devastated because up into that point, and it was like 1 o'clock or whatever, I hadn't broken my fast. I was still fasting because I wasn't hungry. And I just was like, this has sugar in it. And he was so mad. He's like, I asked the girl at the window and she said, yeah, it's unsweetened. He's like, I should have tasted it. I'm like, it's fine. But I was just like, oy vey. Luckily, I mean, the highest my blood sugar got today was 224. And now I'm at 182, 184. Ketones are 5.1. So luckily I'm still doing okay. And it wasn't, I mean, and it was just one big gulp. It's not like I drank I think their larges are 44 ounces. I didn't drink the whole thing or anything. I just took a couple of drinks, like one big pull. Like, you guys have seen me drink water like that. So yeah, so there was that. So today was a very busy day for me. I did my nails, which they're now gone because I didn't like them. And then I filmed a couple of videos. And then once I was done filming my videos, I was in batch cooking mode. So today I made 5 pounds of mashed potatoes. I made 3 pounds of green beans. I cooked probably 8 or 9. We used the country style ribs, cooked 8 or 9 ribs. I cooked 3 flank steaks. And my arms are, oh, and I chopped up 2 onions and I chopped up 2 shallots. And my arms are like, we're done, bitch. We are done. I have a whole other day to go tomorrow. I saved the soups for tomorrow. So tomorrow is a bacon cheeseburger soup, the loaded potato soup, and then the Italian wedding soup. So the reason why I think I will be okay eating tomorrow is that I ate a couple of bites. Like I ate a couple of bites here of the ribs, and like I ate a couple of bites here. Like I had some moon cheese and a couple of macadamia nuts. Like I kept them really, really small, but I was eating a couple of things. So, and that seemed to work. Like I haven't had any digestive upset. I haven't been sick to my stomach. The tea made me nauseous immediately. And I can't tell you, yes I could. I lived in Tulsa. So it's probably been 2007? No, 2008. 2008 was the last time I had a sweet tea. And it was awful. It was so bad. And I already know that sweeteners, anything sweet is going to taste really, really sweet because I haven't had anything sweet in 22 days. So yeah, I think the culprit was Rob bought me some more LaCroix. He found a key lime and I'm like, yes, please. You guys, it tastes just like key lime pie. It's so good. I like that one in the limoncello. Those are my favorite. So I think that might be what it bumped me up. I'll have to check it again when it's on its own. So yeah, so I'm thinking maybe tomorrow when I get hungry, I'll try 3 eggs like I did the last time. I started with 3 eggs, just scrambled in some butter. And if I'm still hungry later in the day, I have some prosciutto. I think that would be easy on my stomach, you know, if I just have a few things. Like I have stuff that I can eat that will be a small serving. I could also make more eggs. So I honestly think I'm going to go ahead and start refeeding other than the bone broth. I hate it. Okay, let me talk about this. If you like Kettle and Fire or Kettle Fire, if you're listening, I'm sorry that I don't like your bone broth, but it's okay. What you really need to be sorry about is that motherfucking packaging, because it is impossible to open for me. I have dexterity issues. You guys know I have arthritis. Like it was rough. I had a hard time. I thought I was gonna have to get robbed. And then I cut it where you're supposed to cut it and broth came out. I'm like, okay. And I burnt my tongue. And I burnt my arm. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's the witch's hat. There it is. It looks like a witch's hat. I cannot go. There it is. It's yellow because I put mustard on it. Anytime I batch cook, I burn myself. And it's always on my right arm. Like almost always. Sometimes I've burned my left. But I was putting the green beans in the pan and I asked Rob to set the pan just beside it. And I didn't realize that part of the pan got in the fire of the other, like it got close enough to the fire. And I picked it up and somehow I touched my arm. And I was like, oh my God, it was like immediate. But I put some mustard on it. It's raised a little bit, but I don't know that it's going to scar. You guys may remember, God, it's been a few months ago now that I poured hot water on my belly and I had that look like a smile. I am a klutz in the kitchen. It's because, part of it is because I mostly cook from my wheelchair and that's a little awkward, but yeah. And then I was helping Rob with the ribs on the grill and I had to like go sit down immediately or I was going to fall down. So when people are like, you need to exercise, shut up. I apologize. That was rude. Telling someone who lives with chronic pain and a chronic illness and so much weakness to exercise is not helpful. I'm just going to make a whole video about this because I think people mean well, but it can be harmful and not helpful. And for me, it triggers me. I'm just going to put it out there. It fucking triggers me. Because my body can't do what it used to do. And I live this life every fucking single day. I don't need you to tell me that I need to exercise when I know that I motherfucking can't exercise. Right? I can't. I can't. My husband has to dress me in the morning. I have to sit on a shower bench when I take a shower. Like, I'm doing all I can do just to live my life every single day. And if I thought I could exercise, I would try. And in the summer, I get in the pool and I can float for about 15 minutes and work my legs and stuff. But I'm weightless then. So telling someone who's sick to just do this, just do that, is not helpful. It's hurtful. And please stop. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I don't mean to be a bitch about it, but it's triggering. It's triggering. It's triggering. I'm going to film a video. It's triggering. I'm going to talk about it. I've asked some of my friends who are spoonies to give me their kind of opinion and their thoughts on it because, again, I know sometimes it's coming from a place, a helpful place. Like, I don't think people go, not all people go. I try to think that people have good intentions, right? But again, telling somebody who is sick, who is chronically sick, disabled, you know, can barely brush her teeth. Sometimes my husband has to feed me. He already dresses me. It's like telling me that I need to exercise is hurtful, not helpful. So please stop. Please stop. please. And again, I know you probably have good intentions, and I understand that. But don't tell any sick person what they need to do. Don't tell them about some magic pill you heard of. Don't try to get them to try some shake you're selling. Don't try to get them to act like, don't tell them what they need. Let them tell you what they need. Let them tell you what they need. And you're going to tell me to exercise. But if I live next door, would you come over and help me do my laundry? Or would you offer to help cook? Right? So it's like offering advice isn't helpful to someone who is sick, because unless you experience their exact same symptoms, you're never going to understand what it feels like, ever. And you have to remember, when someone loses their mobility, when somebody's body goes on the attack and they lose the life they lived, and I don't mean they die, but I mean they lose what they used to do. You grieve. It's like a loss. It's like something died. A part of you has died. It affects your present and affects your future. And I spend a lot of time thinking about things that I would love to be able to go and do that I no longer can. So again, not helpful. Please don't do it. Again, I'm sorry I come across as a bitch, but I get comments like that every single day. Well, if you just exercise, you should probably do some exercise. I swear to God, I'm going to put that on a blocked word so I don't have to see those motherfucking comments. Because seriously, it's not helpful. It's not helpful. You want to know what else is not helpful? This t-shirt. I told her, I was like, all my t-shirts, I call them wear around the house shirts, are too big. I'm going to have to buy some new ones. Okay, so anyway, that's it. I'm about to go to bed. So tomorrow is a very big cook day. Monday will be, I really got to do some filming on Monday. Monday may be a rest day because of the arm thing. Okay, so if you're a nurse, I've had has it happened again? So like earlier today, anytime I stood up, I got this like warming sensation that went up the sides of my head. Like it literally like went from my neck up the sides of my head. And it was only when I stood up. Am I having vascular issues? Nerve pain? Any ideas? I need to call my doctor. All right, guys. I love you. Thank you so much for your support. Sorry I had to be a bitch for a minute. I don't mean to be that way, but it's after 4 years of comments like that, I'm just done. I'm just over it. I am going to add that as a blocked word. I've just decided. So tomorrow, I'm going to try a little bit of egg. I'll tell you how I feel. It'll probably be Monday or Tuesday before I film my after the fast video and announce the winners of the giveaway and tell you the results, because I love numbers. I love a good number. So tonight my ketones were 5.1, if I didn't tell you guys that. So yeah. Deuces. I don't know. Bye.